What's up, everybody? John Albert here. Today we are doing a myth unit tier list for the classical age. I'm not going to do a tier list of all of them all at once because I feel like it's really hard to rank like every single myth unit in the game, especially at different points. So I'm just going to rank it by each age. So starting with classical age, we got all these myth units up here, ending right here at the Hydra. So I think first unit I'm going to put in S tier right away it's very easy. It's the Centaur. I think the Centaur splash damage area of effect needs to be nerfed a little bit. I just played a couple games. People are getting tilted online. I got tilted, especially with Poseidon. It's just super strong right now. I think Centaurs should be nerfed a little bit. Next up, we actually have, I think, one of the most underrated myth units in the game currently. I think it's the Caladria. I think Caladria is the most underrated myth unit in the game. I think it's an easy A tier, even close to S tier. And it's funnily enough, the Caladria hard counters the Centaur. So if you go Uranus or Gaia, you can slow down the Centaur and then pick them off. Super nice myth unit right here to counterplay the Centaur. Next up, we have one of the worst myth units in the game, and I think that is actually the Draugr. I think this guy should be buffed a little bit. He doesn't do enough damage. Like it's supposed to penetrate through like numerous units at once, but it's just kind of underwhelming. I think it's a very underwhelming myth unit. It should probably buff just a little bit. Next up, we have, let's see what I want to. Troll. Troll is like okay. It's still not amazing. It used to really suck. I think the Troll is better than the Draugr, but probably not by much. It's nice that the Troll now has like an ability where he like chucks a rock at you or like a boulder to like make all your units go flying. But still kind of a mediocre classical age myth unit. Next up, we got the Valkyrie. Valkyrie is always such a strong myth unit early on. Very good at getting like an early pick. It's a very strong, very fast myth unit, and it also counters other myth units, so it's very strong. I'm easily going to put that in A tier as well. Next up, we got the Wadjet. Wadjet is kind of mediocre as well. Not a huge fan of the Wadjet. The poison damage like doesn't really do much. It used to do a lot more damage to other myth units. Now it doesn't even do that much damage to myth units anymore either. So pretty mediocre. I'm actually going to put that probably in D tier as well, right next to the Draugr. Next up, let's do the Minotaur. Minotaur. So the Minotaur was insanely broken at launch. It got nerfed a little bit. So it used to be 150 gold, and I think like, what was it, 18 favor or 50? I forget the exact favor amount, but they increased the amount of gold. I still think it's an A tier unit. I still think it's very strong, but it's not as strong as it used to be just because it's a little bit more expensive. So I'm going to put that in A tier as well. I think I might even put it behind the Caladria. Caladria is super strong, but Minotaur is just super expensive now. Yeah, I can move my camera actually too. That's a good idea. Okay, let's go next. Okay, we got the Cyclops now. Cyclops got buffed a little bit technically because now it's a little bit cheaper. It used to be 180 food and 18 favor. Now it's 150 food, 18 favor. I still don't think these guys are very viable. Super expensive in my opinion still. 150 food is not nothing. And they're super slow. And if you go Ares against Centaur, you just get abused, man. They're super slow. So in a Greek mirror, Cyclops are just not the way. I think there's a world where you can do some Cyclops archer aggression and like attack like raw or like gold starve them early, I guess. But I still think Cyclops are kind of mediocre. They're not that good. I think they're better than than the trolls and stuff. But in terms of just cost and how slow they are, I think their speed should be buffed a little bit. They're so damn slow. It is really cool how you can like micro Cyclops now, so you can like micro where you want to throw it. You couldn't do that before in the original game, so like the splash damage is crazy. And now if you get the next upgrade, I forget what it's called, I think it's like the Will of Kronos or something is the name of the, I think that's the name of the upgrade for the Cyclops. I forget what it's called, but now that when you get that upgrade, then you do splash damage, which is really strong. But it's super hard to get that upgrade early on in the classical age. It's a very expensive upgrade. Funnily enough, I think the Cyclops are actually really good late game, not early in the classical age. Like if you make Cyclops later on, they're more viable, but not early. They're too expensive. So I'm gonna put that in B tier. B tier, I think right in the middle. Okay, next up we got the Sphinx. The Sphinx. Sphinx is very good if you like paired up with the Eclipse. So Eclipse rating, and now you can micro while it's like spinning and doing its like whirlwind thing. You couldn't do that before, so that's really cool. You can kill more villagers that way. It's kind of the same thing as like the Avenger. So I think the Sphinx is actually pretty damn solid. I think early on, like, mobile units are just super good. And as you can see, all these units up here are pretty fast compared to these slower units. I think speed is kind of the name of the game in Age of Mythology Retold, because aggression is so important. And then I think you can get 2 sets of upgrades for the Sphinx. So if you get, I forget the names of the upgrades, but once you get that last upgrade for the Sphinx, they're very strong, very good and viable. You get like 3 or 4 Sphinx and you turn on Eclipse. These guys will absolutely shred villagers. So I'm gonna put the Sphinx in A tier, bottom of A tier, but I'm putting in A tier. Maybe top of B tier. No, I think the Sphinx is better than the Cyclops. I'm gonna put the Sphinx right there. Next up, we have probably, I think the Anubite's also S tier. I don't know about that. I don't know about as good as the Centaur though. Anubites are so good for set, man. Very strong. I think I'm gonna put that at the top of A tier. I think the Centaur is alone. I think the Centaur should definitely be nerfed. Anubites are super good though, because you can use the ability where you jump over walls and you don't need to be like attacking anything. You can literally just use the special now anywhere you want. So you can just hurdle walls to raid, which is such a pain to deal with. So I think Anubite's easily top of A tier. Very strong. Very strong. And then finally we have the Automaton. Automaton is pretty mediocre. I don't see many people using it. I don't think it's nearly as strong as it used to be. It used to be a pain to deal with in Extended Edition. I think the Automaton is kind of just like in the middle. I think even the Cyclops is better than the Automaton, honestly. Kind of middle of the pack. Nothing too special about this unit. I mean, you can repair other Automatons, and if they die, you can fix them up. If you have really good micro, you can kind of make it work, but I feel like they just get melted against heroes. They just absolutely get destroyed. Like they just like butter, man. So kind of weak, not super strong. Last one, I thought that actually Automaton was the last one, but no, we have the Einherjar still. I think it's called the Einherjar still, right? They changed the name. I forget what it's called. But this guy is actually really good too. It buffs your unit's speed and damage, I believe. And that speed comes in handy, man. Like you can immediately get on top of your opponent and just surround them. You can surround the archers, you can surround like whatever you need to. So Einherjar is very good as well. I want to put the Einherjar, let's think. I think Einherjar is very good, man. What do you guys think, chat? I'm not sure about the Einherjar. I'm not. Einherjar's a good ability, but the unit is slow as fuck. Yeah, that's true. I feel like I'll put a top of B. Yeah, I think B tier is a good spot for it. I don't think it's on the same level as these other guys. I think top of B. Too slow like Cyclops. I think I agree with you guys. What do you guys think of this tier list? I'm actually pretty happy with this. I think the Draugr is currently the worst myth unit in the game. Wadjet's not very good. Troll is like eh. But I'm telling you guys, right now, the most underrated myth unit is the Caladria. I love that myth unit, man. It's so versatile. I just posted a YouTube video on it. My last YouTube video was about the Caladria. It is super strong, man. Caladria is super strong. Move chat like right here, I guess. What are you guys' thoughts on this? You guys agree, disagree? Where do you guys move anything? Sphinx too high? Where do you guys put Sphinx? I'm not really sure. I think Sphinx is a little too high. I think you got top of B. Missing Promethean. Oh wait, where is Promethean? Thank you for letting me know. Where is the Promethean? Oh, here it is. Sphinx B, top of B, better than Einherjar? I think I agree with you guys on that. Sphinx is B. No, I think you guys are right. Sphinx isn't as good as the Caladria, the Minotaur, because in order to make these guys good, you need to get the upgrades, and on top of that, you need to use the Eclipse to make it actually good. Otherwise, they're kind of trash. All these other myth units, you don't even need a god power. So yeah, I think you guys are right. I think I'll put a top of B tier. If you consider the god power, it's A, unit itself is B. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Okay, Promethean. Promethean's the last one. I forgot about this guy. Sorry about that. Oh, Promethean. I think the Promethean with Kronos is like A tier, and that's just because you get 2 of them at the start, and then you can get that upgrade at, what's it called? Alluvial Clay, I think it is, where you get 3 offspring. So what you can do technically is get that upgrade and then delete both your Prometheans right away, and then have 6 Promethean offspring and just go raid your opponent really early, which is an absolute pain to deal with. But I do think the Promethean, yeah, I agree with you, Rex. I think the Promethean can give you good value, pretty cheap unit, doesn't cost that much favor, so you can spam these guys out. I think it's okay. I think it's in the middle. I think like right here. Probably better than Cyclops. Probably better than Automaton. I think worse than Einherjar. I think like right here, like literally right in the middle. That's where I put it. I don't think it's better than that. Ravens are S tier. I guess. That's archaic though. Wait, or is it? Do you get ravens right away, or do you? I forget. Do you get ravens right away once you build the temple, or once you hit classical? I've never played Odin, bro. I know you get it at classical. I forget when they spawn though. As soon as you build temple, so I don't consider it a classical age myth unit then. I mean, if you guys wanted me to rank the Raven, I would put it probably. I'd put it probably top of A tier. I'd put it like right here. Dude, Raven is so good, man. Like actually, Raven's good. You guys agree with this tier list? Pog for the tier list? Agreed? Disagree? You gotta rank the Pegasus too, but you have to make it though. Think we're good here? Agree? Any agreeers? I'm pretty happy with this.
A minor.
It's fine, even though I don't see Anubite that high. Where would the Anubite be? Forgot Servant. Oh shit. The water myth units. This is classical age, isn't it? It's like whatever. Like Servant's okay. You can like heal your guys, but it's kind of mediocre too. I'm not using God Power. God Power myth units don't count. Automaton's D tier, useless unit. I think the Draugur's even worse though, man. Listen to the Norse Chad soup. Alright, I'll listen to soup. Better than worse than the Draugr? Soup, what are your thoughts on that? I'll listen to soup, bro. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. Worse than Draugr. Okay, wow. I'll put Automaton right there. I think I'm happy with this. I think this is a good tier list. Anything else you guys disagree with? Anybite? Someone said Anubite should be lower. I think Anubite's really good though, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think this is right. Maybe lower this like a little bit. Like maybe... I don't think I can lower the Anubite. That guy's such a pain in the ass. Mash trolls can be strong. Troll's a joke, bro. Come on, let's be real. Troll is not very good. Alright, yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. This is my YouTube video. You're valuing them from your own perspective though, so it's subjective anyways. So of course, I mean, all this is subjective at the end of the day, but I think this is fine. Easy 30k views. Alright, well, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. I appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.